Okay, I'm starting the webinar, so if you could make sure that your cameras are off and you are muted. I know that there's still some students that are filtering in, but you can see my screen, and just wanted to welcome you all to the New Jersey Association for College Admission Counseling. We have a great group of panelists who will tell you about their institutions. You will be able to ask questions by using the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. The panelists cannot see you, they cannot hear you, so the only way to communicate with them would be through the Q&A or by contacting them outside of this panel. They will be putting their information on the screen, most likely, or putting it into the chat, so just be mindful of that. Again, using the Q&A is the best way to ask a specific question to a panelist or to all the panelists, because your camera and your microphone are off. You are able to sign up for more sessions. There is going to be another evening of these. A recording of this will be available at strivescan.com/New Jersey. That will be available to the students and of course to the panelists as well. Just a quick reminder, each panelist is going to present for up to 6 minutes. You can ask questions using the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen because they cannot see or hear you. So that is the best way for you to communicate with them. Right. We are going to kick it off with Troy University.
Hello, everybody. I'm trying to get this working. There we go. My name is Danielle Johnson. I'm a recruiter here at Troy University, based out of Hampton Roads, Virginia. Troy is a public university. We were founded in the state of Alabama in 1887. We have 4 physical campuses in Alabama, and we have an international online presence. We also celebrate a long-standing commitment to the United States military, its members, and their families. We are regionally accredited by the Southern Association of Schools and Commissions on Colleges, otherwise known as SACs. We also hold specialized accreditations with the AACSB for Business, the COSMA for Sports Management, and the ACEN for Nursing. I won't go through all of our recognitions, but I just want to say we are proud to be recognized for our online school by Forbes, the Princeton Review, College's Choice, and the U.S. News. We are also recognized as a PNGAS guard-friendly school. This is just a picture of our our support center in Virginia. We're located in Chesapeake at the corner of Volvo and Battlefield. We are open to all students, recruits, and just interested people. We do have a support staff there. I'm one of them that help people with the application, enrolling in classes, or just help you with your, getting into the actual classes or doing your homework. We have a computer lab there as well as a testing center in case you need to do proctored exams. We are also fully funded CLEP testing center. We have been online since 1997, and through our online school, we do have 5 9-week-long terms in a year. We try to provide our students with a comprehensive competitive education that you can actually complete anytime, anywhere. Our students enjoy the freedom to earn their degrees at their own pace, allowing them to easily fit school into their schedules. This just gives you a broad overview of the programs we offer. I can give you a more specific list if you're interested, but we do have an associate's degree, 29 options on bachelor degrees. We have an undergraduate certificate in digital forensics. We have 58 different master's degrees, 5 doctoral degrees, and 12 graduate certificates that are all offered 100% online. Our physical campus in Alabama, all 4 of them have many, many more. Our tuition rates for our online school have been very steady for many years. Our undergraduate is $338 per credit hour. Graduate is $494 per credit hour. And this is based on our 2020-2021 catalog pricing. The admissions process is fairly easy. Essentially, you just need to submit your application through troy.edu. You will need to send in all your official copies of your all college transcripts. If you've completed less than 12 credit hours of college coursework, you will need to submit your official high school transcripts as well. You will, as a transfer student coming in on the undergrad, you will need a minimum GPA of a 2.0. And then we're also offering a waiver for the ACT, SAT scores through the fall 2021 for our freshmen. Unconditional admission will be granted for those with a high school GPA of a 3.0. Conditional admission will be granted for those with a high school GPA of a 2.5 to a 2.9. We're also proud to offer an excellent resources for our military and their dependents. We're very proud to say that we offer a Troy Military Family Scholarship. It caps the cost of tuition at $250 per credit hour for active duty reservists and National Guard. And spouses and dependents can receive up to 50% in tuition savings. We are committed to trying to keep higher education affordable. We do offer an online transfer award. The scholarship is up to $1,500 annually. It is awarded to non-Alabama residents and students with at least a 3.0 GPA. The student must be pursuing an online degree, and the student must have completed at least 12 credit hours before transferring into our college. I'm also excited to let you know that we are currently doing registration for our virtual open house. It's actually coming up on April 7th through 9th. It is attended online. It's 100% free. You just need to register at troy.edu/open house. And essentially what you do is anytime on the 7th, 8th, or 9th of April, you can go online. There's a video you watch. It's usually between 5 to 10 minutes. And at the end of the video, you will get an application fee waiver. Application fees are usually $50 for our graduate students, $30 for undergrad. And we only do these open houses twice a year. So it's the only time we have these waivers available. So if you'd like to do that, we'll be more than happy. I'll actually be live on those days speaking on scholarships, giving you information on financial aid, as well as transfer credit and all that fun stuff. Again, my name is Danielle Johnson. I am a recruiter for Troy University, and please take a screenshot of this. I'll also put my information in the chat box as well. Thank you very much and have a great night.
Thank you. Next up, we have Wilkes University.
Have to unmute here. Hi, everybody. My name is Maureen Iskra. I am one of the admissions counselors at Wilkes University. I also have my student intern, Cassidy, here with me. She is a double major. You can kind of see her there. Psychology and communication studies. So she is interning in the admissions department this semester. Again, my name is Maureen. I'm one of the counselors. So a little bit about Wilkes. We're located in northeastern Pennsylvania, about 2 hours northeast of Philly and about 2 hours west of New York. We're a private university with about 2,500 undergrads and about 2,500 postgrads, but we're in a city of about 40,000. So it's not in New York or Philly, but it's also not in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. We have students from about 31 states and 15 countries. Again, we are smaller. Our average class size is about 21 students. We have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And we have a really good mix of liberal arts and professional programs, science programs, through 7 different colleges, 46 different majors, minors, and pre-professional programs. And one of the great things is that 100% of students will participate in some type of research, co-op, internship, capstone, something like that. And this is just a picture of the Wyoming Valley, of downtown, and of campus. The first thing I want to talk really quickly is just about the admissions process. We are on the Common app, or you can use the Wilkes app. It does not matter, wilkes.edu/apply. We have waived the application fee for the fall of 21. If you are a fall of 22 or even later, you could use the fee waiver admissions. We are test optional for fall 21 as well as fall 22. We have made that decision. We're going to be test optional for those that year as well. But we do require you submit your official high school transcripts. Some of the programs that we do offer require additional application materials. For example, our performing arts requires an audition or an interview. And then our pharmacy guaranteed seat program requires 3 professional letters of recommendation, an essay, a pharmacy specific essay, and then the students will be invited by our pharmacy department for either an on-campus interview or one held over Zoom. We do offer financial aid at Wilkes. I'm going to talk a little bit about scholarships in a few minutes, but all students are encouraged to apply for the FAFSA. So we do give need-based aid along with merit scholarships. The information is there, and I'll also put it in the chat after this. 90% of full-time undergraduates receive some form of financial aid. We have about $30 million given in aids a year. Again, that includes merit scholarships, grants, work study, and then just direct loans. For first-year students, we give scholarships up to $25,000 per year based on a holistic look of your academic and your extracurriculars. Every student from New Jersey will receive a $2,000 out-of-state award on top of their merit scholarship, on top of potentially federal grants and any grants and loans given by the university as well. So I'm also going to share this in the chat, but this is some information about how you can visit campus, wilkes.edu/visit. We are holding on-campus visits. So that's something I want to mention. We are between 2 and 3 hours from pretty much any point in New Jersey. So it's a nice, easy drive. If you go to wilkes.edu/experience, you can see our virtual tour on our YouTube, you can Instagram, Facebook. We're all on social media. And so we're also having an accepted students weekend, April 10th. And so if there's any accepted students here, please feel free to sign up for that. This is just a beautiful aerial shot of campus. And you can see the city around, and then we're right in the heart of Wilkes-Barre. We are Division III. We have 23 Division III sports, over 70 clubs and organizations on campus, ones that are related to your academics, sports, faith, culture, diversity, leadership. We have a public safety department. They patrol 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There's a variety of programs and services that we have on campus. We have peer, faculty, and staff mentoring programs. We have an award-winning e-mentorship program. Our extracurriculars involve things like social events, cultural events, concerts, recitals, productions, theater productions, different readings and lectures and poets. And we also have an art gallery on campus. There's opportunities for community service, internships, like Cassidy is doing, individual academic advising. So of course you're going to have an academic advisor. If you're interested in a professional program, you'll have a professional advisor. Our career services department, we have academic support services through our university college. So any services that you might need academic wise, we can support you. You just need to ask. And of course we have health and counseling, mental health counseling services available as well. I get that question a lot these days with COVID. So our health services is available with a nurse practitioner on campus. You are guaranteed housing all 4 years at Wilkes. And the first year students have 3 choices, mansion, communal, and suite style. And there are YouTube videos. I'll throw that in the chat. So this is just my contact information. Christy, I see I'm out of time. So thank you so much. And I will also put this in the chat.
Perfect, yes. Next up, we have Susquehanna University. I'm not sure if it's me, but I can't see or hear you. I do see your screen though. If we need to, we can move you to the end, and then next up would be the University of New Hampshire.
Sure, no problem. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Wonderful. Hello, everybody. My name is Cynthia Velasquez. I am the admissions counselor at the University of New Hampshire. We found that students generally ask questions or research colleges and universities through the lens of 5 different questions: location, major, opportunities, size, and of course, the application process. So here you see a map. I first want to talk about UNH's location. We are located in Durham, New Hampshire. We're about an hour away from Massachusetts and an hour away from Portland, Maine, in particular Boston, Massachusetts. UNH's main campus is located in Durham. We have 2 other campuses as well, UNH Concord and Manchester. But here I will talk about our main campus. UNH is considered a traditional college campus characterized by being located in the middle of everywhere. We are a classic hocus pocusy, I like to say, New England town that has a lot to offer. We are perfectly situated geographically. We are about 25 minutes from the beach, an hour from the White Mountains, and again, an hour from Portland and Boston. If you are into the arts, for example, we have Portsmouth nearby. We also have the Amtrak that's located on our campus, and we're about a walk stroll from downtown area. UNH has resources and opportunities of a large university, and our small class sizes allows students to have easier access to faculty. We have about 13,000 undergraduate students and 2,400 graduate students. About 54% are from out of state. And we also represent about 71 countries at our university. Our 5 college divisions offers over 100 majors to choose from. They include the College of Liberal Arts, College of Life Sciences and Agriculture, College of Health and Human Services, College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, and finally, our Paul College of Business and Economics. Our top majors include mechanical engineering, psychology, education, and communication. Our competitive majors include nursing, exercise science, health science, and occupational therapy. And these are all housed in the College of Health and Human Services. Our largest college is the College of Liberal Arts. UNH was founded in 1866, and at this time, the US federal government allocated funding to UNH and other institutions to help improve the nation's agricultural industry. Throughout the years, UNH received and continues to receive land, sea, and space grants to help with research. So as you can imagine, we attract a lot of world-class faculty, and this gives students opportunities to collaborate and collaborate on research in their fields across land, sea, and space. The Undergraduate Research Conference is one of the oldest, largest, and most diverse conferences in the US. The URC, as we call it, is a celebration of our students' academic excellence. About 2,000 student presenters are housed in this conference, and they get to share their up-to-date field research with the rest of campus. Student life. About 96% of first-year students live on campus, and they get to choose from our themed housing. Our residential halls are led by professional staff, hall managers, and directors, helping focus on creating a safe space to learn and grow. UNH also has award-winning food in 3 main dining halls. We have a dairy bar and other grab-and-go locations. UNH is a Division I university, and a lot of our school spirit is centered around UNH sports, especially around our most popular sports that include hockey and football. As a student, you have the option to also participate in intramural and club sports. We also have this number has changed to 275 student-led organizations that are an important element to students' involvement at UNH. From Alliance, our primary LGBTQIAP+ student group, to our Organic Gardening Club and Society of Women Engineers that empower women to succeed and advance in the field of engineering. In addition to student leadership, students can make cultural connections at the Memorial Union Building, watch movies that are not out on DVD yet, or play games in our game room. Our application process, probably one of the most important components of this presentation. What are important components of your UNH application? In your common or coalition application, we require, of course, the basics, your information, 1 to 2 letters of rec, your essay. The most important component of your application is your GPA, which is on your transcript. We are looking for solid B+ average students in all core academic classes. UNH is a test optional institution, which means we do not require that you submit your SAT or ACT scores. And finally, you can always contact me. My name is Cynthia Velasquez Owens, admissions counselor at UNH. My email address is cynthia.velasquez@unh.edu. I will also post it on the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Up next, we have the University of Scranton.
All right, everyone. Hello. My name is Jessica Estrella. I'm an admissions counselor here at the University of Scranton. You can always get in touch with us at admissions@scranton.edu. I am one of the New Jersey counselors. And we'll go and get started with our little information portion here. So first and foremost, the University of Scranton, we're located in Scranton, Pennsylvania. You might be familiar with Scranton from the office. But that's where we're located, northeastern Pennsylvania. We are a proud Catholic and Jesuit university. And while a majority of our students might identify as Catholic or Christian, we're certainly welcoming of all different faiths, backgrounds, and traditions here at the university, whether you're practicing in a faith or non-practicing in a faith. In terms of our overall size, we classify ourselves as a smaller to medium-sized university. Our total undergraduate population typically ranges around 3,800 undergrads, give or take a couple hundred depending on the year, which translates to our current incoming first-year students, typically ranging around 940 to 960 students in the current first-year class. Might sound like a big number if you're coming from a smaller high school, but it really isn't. This number does help our students to really get personalized attention in the classroom. So we do have an average class size of 20 students. We have a student to faculty ratio of 13:1. So our students here are never in like a big lecture style hall. All of our courses are actually capped at 35 students max. So it really allows you to get to know students in your program really well as students outside of your academic program, as well as getting to know your faculty members and having your professors really get to know you well as a student and be able to learn your strengths and weaknesses and best teach to your strengths and weaknesses to help you succeed overall in the class. So here you'll see a different variety of different majors, minors, grad programs, and concentrations we offer at the university. We have all of our academic programs broken up into different colleges technically. So we have the College of Arts and Sciences, which encompasses all of our science-related majors, as well as our humanities. So things like English, history, philosophy, as well as things like communication, criminal justice. We have our Kanye School of Management, which houses all of our business-related majors, everything from economics, finance, marketing, accounting, and then we have our Peniska College of Professional Studies, which houses our helping professions, which houses really our three most competitive programs: nursing, occupational therapy, and our doctorate physical therapy program, as well as majors like education, counseling and human services, and so on. We do have a pre-health and pre-law advisory program. So if students are thinking about going on to health professional schools, such as medical school, dental, optometry, podiatry, anything like that, or law school, these programs help get students on track to get into those top health professional schools as well. And in the chat, once I get finished, I'll put links to our view book so you can see all of our majors and all of our academic programs that we have to offer here at Scranton. In terms of getting involved on campus, there's lots of different opportunities to get involved. Our student body is generally very involved, not only with their academics, but with their own passions and hobbies outside of their academics. And one of the ways they do that is by getting involved with our clubs and organizations. We do have over 80 clubs and organizations here at Scranton, everything from, again, academic affiliated clubs to more special interest clubs like a gaming club, a knitting club. We also have student government, 2 theater clubs, 2 a cappella teams, and so on. We do have over 900 events each year on our campus, ranging from on-campus events such as movie nights, having like a big Christmas tree lighting in the fall semester. And in a traditional year, we do offer a number of off-campus trips as well, such as New York City Broadway show trips and more. We do have 23 varsity teams here, men's and women's varsity teams. We are Division III landmark conference school, and I'll also put the link to our athletics webpage in the chat as well. We also have a nice number of club and intramural leagues here too, so students could definitely get involved with sports that they love that way as well if they don't want to commit to a varsity team or need something that's less time commitment. So in terms of applying to the University of Scranton, here on the screen, you'll see our accepted student profile for GPA and test scores. Do keep in mind that these ranges just reflect our middle 50%. So half of the student body we've accepted fell within these ranges. So these are just ranges to aim for really across all of our academic programs we have to offer here at Scranton. If you don't exactly fall within these ranges, I promise you it's not the end all be all. We accept 25% below these ranges as well as 25% above. But generally, like I said, for all of our programs, typically these are just ranges you want to aim for. We do super score both the SAT and ACT exam. So when the time does come to apply, have all of your scores sent to us. Our system automatically super scores, and your highest score is the only one we will use to evaluate your application for admission. I will say, if you are thinking about applying for our more competitive programs like nursing, OT, and DPT, safer to be at the higher end of those ranges there, as those programs are competitive. But again, we do take a holistic approach to reviewing applications. So while we do review these scores, we take a look at everything else, such as involvement, recommendation letters, and so on. Eligible students can apply test optional. And as long as you're not applying for one of those competitive programs or education programs, or any of our accelerated graduate programs, you're good to apply test optional. And in terms of applying, we're on the Common App and we're free to apply to. So it's very easy and very free to apply. Our biggest deadline is our early action deadline, which is November 15th. We always recommend applying early action. And again, that deadline is November 15th, and early action is non-binding. Now, in terms of cost here, you'll see the total direct cost for our current first year students. This reflects the 2020 to 2021 academic year, but we do work with students and families on a case-by-case basis to get this number down as low as possible. Just below, you'll see the average financial aid package that encompasses merit-based scholarships as well as need-based aid, which average out-of-pocket cost is around $26,000 afterward. And I'll also put financial aid and merit-based scholarship information in the chat for you all. And then we are offering on-campus visits. So I'll put visit information down below. And we do virtual information sessions as well. And feel free to reach out to us at admissions@scranton.edu for more information.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Next up, we have the University of Toledo.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Chernick. I'm an admissions representative here at the University of Toledo. I work regionally out of Bethesda, Maryland, which is about 20 minutes north of Washington, D.C. So I recruit all of our students from the East Coast, including the great state of New Jersey. Shout out to my uncle who lives in Camden. The University of Toledo is a public institution in the state of Ohio. We have just about 16,000 undergraduate students, about 4,000 more in their master's, doctorates, professional programs. So our total enrollment comes out to just about 20,000 people. So we're that true mid-major size university. We are a Division I school as well in athletics. We compete in the Mid-American Conference, the MAC. We carry over 120 different academic programs. We specialize and have a lot of interest nationally and internationally in our STEM programs. So especially in engineering, students looking to go into the health sciences, as we do have a medical school, a PT school, an OT school, a pharmacy school, a nursing school, but just about every major you can think of, we do also carry as well. So being a comprehensive school, we do have a wonderful College of Business, right now ranked top 100 in the entire United States, College of Education, College of Arts and Letters, the social sciences, the humanities. So there is a great variety of things to choose from, but we do also have a wonderful undeclared or undecided program. So if you come in, you could always go into the Quest program to help find that best fit major for you. And if you do come in with a program in mind, it ends up not being exactly what you thought side would be, hey, you got 119 other options to choose from. Something that all these majors and all these programs have in common is kind of our commitment to experiential learning. So making sure that students get out of the classroom, they're learning by doing. We realize that's different kind of for every major and program. So for my students going into the sciences, we were granted about $50 million last year to carry out over 400 different research endeavors. So it's very easy for my undergraduate students, starting even in their freshman year, to get involved in the research lab. There are some great webinars on our website, utoledo.edu, to hear about a lot of the sciences and how that research is done. If you are a student looking for more of the traditional professional experience of co-ops and internships, we are located right in the middle of the Midwest, so near to a lot of cities, about 40 minutes south of Detroit, about 4 hours away from Chicago, pretty close to Columbus and Cleveland, Ohio. So within about 3 hours of us, we have about 36 Fortune 500 companies and many, many more small organizations that we work with as well. So our students get good co-oping opportunities, they get good internship opportunities. So when they graduate, they not only have their degree in whatever it might be in, but also the resume and the experience to back it up as well, which is why our graduates go on to find careers and find success so often after their graduation, and at the third highest salary rate of any school in the state of Ohio. Beyond just sort of the academics at the University of Toledo, we do also have a wonderful community on campus. Like I said earlier, 16,000 undergraduate students. So we have over 400 different student organizations students can get involved with, everything from student government, religious organizations, cultural groups, fraternities, sororities. So however you'd like to get involved, you can certainly do that at the University of Toledo. It's a beautiful campus. It's a very diverse university as well. One of the things I love most about the university is its commitment to serve all of its students. Whether you are a first generation college student, if you're looking for an advanced degree, if you're an adult student or a high school student, this is really somewhere that you can come and find great success. There are also some really unique program opportunities as well. So things like the Back to MD program, which guarantees applicants an interview at our medical school in their junior year. There's a cosmetic science and formulation program in the College of Pharmacy. There are some great opportunities in the College of Business with our professional sales program, and all of those branch out into that beautiful community we have across our university and really across the city as well. The city of Toledo, being the fourth largest in the state of Ohio, has just about 275,000 people that live in the greater Toledo area. Plenty to do, plenty to see. When I did live in Toledo, I actually lived in this picture. I lived downtown. I was a big fan. There was always stuff to do, some great shops, some great local restaurants, but this is about 10 minutes away from main campus U Toledo. So really not too terribly difficult of a drive. Now, if you're looking to apply, you have two options. You can either do the Common App or you can do our application on our website. We call it the Discover application. You can find it at utoledo.edu. We do have a test optional path for students, so you can apply with or without a test score. It's completely up to you. We are on a rolling admission cycle. So as we receive documents, as we receive transcripts and applications, we will review them and make admissions decisions. And I am the counselor for the whole state of New Jersey. So no matter where you live, if you ever have questions, you can always reach out directly to me. There's my contact information. I'll also post it in the chat below. But again, really, if you have questions about where your application is, what we still need, how our path is into the University of Toledo and how it's looking, just reach out. I'm happy to answer those questions. Make sure this is a very transparent process for you. As far as financial aid goes, we have some very generous awards for our out-of-state students, starting with the Rocket Nation Award, which is guaranteed on admission as long as you have above a 3.0 GPA, and it's $8,500 a year. Then you're reviewed for our Merit Scholarship, also starts at about a 3.0 and ranges from $1,000 to $6,000 more every year for 4 years. Generally speaking, students coming into the University of Toledo from outside the state of Ohio are around $18,000 to $20,000 in direct costs, so tuition, fees, room, and board. But again, that number is very broad. So if you have specific questions, want to get a more clear idea, reach out to me. I'm happy to give you some more of that information. I want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and go Rockets.
Great, thank you, Ryan. Next up, we have Susquehanna. Maureen, if you want to share your screen. Or not Maureen, excuse me. Thank you. And Caitlin, it does say that you're sharing. I still don't see anything yet, though. Oh, I see something. Caitlin, I don't think it's a good connection. Caitlin, I cannot hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. Caitlin, if you just want to drop any links for the students to contact you, or if there's any way that they can access this PowerPoint on their own, that might be another option as well. If you want to put that into the chat. Okay, so we are going to move to the question portion and kind of just go in a quick succession, starting with Troy, but everyone can turn their cameras on, and you are going to answer the question of what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So what advice would you give going through the college search process, starting with Troy and then just going down the line?
I think the biggest thing is just to kind of get a feel for maybe what you're interested in or what your price ranges are. I get that question a lot with mostly cost. That's the biggest thing. And just kind of having an idea of what you can and can't do. That way you're not messing yourself up in the long run.
I would say the biggest advice that I can give is to go to as many different types of open houses and visits as possible. Private, public, big, small, city, rural, all the different kinds. And you'll really kind of get a feel for what it is that you like. And then figure out which of those you would like to apply to. And then go back for a second visit once you are accepted. I've heard and I've experienced a lot of students who they get a different feel when they walk on campus knowing that they're accepted. So that's usually my 2 cents and my advice.
I believe I'm next. I think the advice I always give students is to ask as many questions as possible. Even if you feel like they're the dumbest question in the world, just ask us, and it's probably not the dumbest question in the world. So if you get a chance to meet one-on-one with an admissions counselor virtually, I also recommend that.
So my biggest advice is always, of course, to visit all the schools you're applying to, similar to Maureen's advice as well as Cynthia's, ask questions. We are real people who read your applications, we engage with you. So we're here to answer your questions. We want to connect with you and really, find a place that's going to be the best fit for you. So definitely every school that you're thinking of applying for, definitely get in touch with whoever your admissions counselor is or the office, just because, again, we're real people and we want to help you.
Yeah, top down, great advice already. A lot of what I tell my students, especially as we get more into your senior year, whenever that might be, don't compare your journey to other students. So if it's taking you a little bit longer to decide in a school, if it's taking you a little bit longer to do your research and you feel like everyone else is choosing and you're getting anxious about it, just know that there are students all over making decisions every day, and your day will come to make that choice, and it's going to feel right when that time comes. So don't stress yourself out that you have to make a decision quickly. Deadlines are stressful, obviously, but give yourself the time and the space to really think through what you feel is going to be the best option for you, and don't feel like you have to live on anyone else's timeline.
That's great advice. So the next question that is kind of fun, and you can go through this one pretty quickly, but is what is one tradition or event on your campus that you think the students should know about? And starting in the same order with Troy.
So I am actually not located at our main campus, but I do get to go there once a year for our recruiter rally. And one of the most entertaining things I've ever done is actually went to one of our basketball games, which we have incredibly excited students when we're at any of our sporting events. We do have a very popular football team, and we're Division I in basketball. And I don't get to do it very often, but it is on, whenever it's on TV, I'll turn it on, that kind of thing. But it's pretty awesome.
I would say at Wilkes, hands down, we have what are called wing wars and pizza wars. So we get wings and pizza from all of the places in our area. And for those of you who think New York and New Jersey have the best pizza, you have not been to Northeastern Pennsylvania. So that's what we do. We get wings and pizza. I know, Jessica, you can appreciate that too, being from the University of Scranton. We have some really good pizza. And then we vote on who has the best wings and the best pizza, and they're sort of crowned Wilkes's, pizza of the year, or wings of the year.
The University of New Hampshire certainly has a bunch of traditions, and one of my favorites, I changed my background so you can see, this is Wildcat, and it's a statue on our main campus, and students at the beginning of the year have an event where they pat the nose for good luck. So you can see, you can kind of see it, but the nose is much shinier than the rest of the bodies because everybody has touched it. And so everybody has wished good luck for themselves and the rest of their college career at the University of New Hampshire.
One of my favorite traditions here at the University of Scranton, both when I was a student at the university and now even as a staff member, it's this event called the Great Commons Ball Roll. And essentially this event takes place to raise money for all of our international service trips. Students can purchase a few tennis balls, number them, and essentially what we do is the day of the ball roll, we go to the highest point of our hill, which is like essentially the main commons of campus. And we fill up a pickup truck with all the tennis balls that were purchased and numbered, and we just dump them down the commons. Whoever gets to the bottom the fastest typically wins a few prizes, but it's always a really fun day on campus that everybody gets involved. There's always free pizza and Italian ice on campus too. So it's always a really fun day, and it's always for a great cause too.
As an admissions person, I'd have to say my favorite is opening weekend. So all the festivities, all the energy, seeing all the students filling up campus. It's like I said, a larger school, so just a lot of people moving around. It's always exciting. But an actual tradition we have is something else called the Big Event, and that is a 1 day of service we have, which is where all the student organizations, student government, different philanthropic groups across campus all come together to say thank you to the city of Toledo. So they do service projects around the university, really giving back to Lucas County, which is where we're located in Ohio, and to the great city of Toledo.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, I appreciate it so much, and I know that our students do as well. And of course, there are always technical difficulties doing something like this virtually. So it is very helpful that you were able to put a lot of things in the chat for our students. So thank you again for being a part of this. And when you close out of this screen, you'll get a 4-question survey. There is another night of sessions, and you can get a copy of any of the panelists' sessions at strivescan.com/New Jersey. So thank you so very much to the panelists, and thank you to the students, and you have a good night.